Hey YouTube, the continuing journey of the path to the MBA. So today, day 3, week 0, we talked about the digital presence. We spent most of the time refining what our LinkedIn was going to look like, how to structure our tagline and our headline and the summary or about section. The experience we expounded on what we had in the resume, but really what you have in the resume is going to be a really good start if you've refined that, front loaded your bullets and made those action focused and active voice and such. So it was putting that into a digital presence, LinkedIn being the center of professional digital presence, but also covering the fact that you would want to have a presence on Facebook and you might want one on Twitter and on Instagram. Having a personal website, if that makes sense, so as to define your brand before someone else does, or so before it's accidentally created. So the focus, first of all, being our digital presence, and then second of all, being kind of what it's like in an MBA program and not feeling the feeling of imposter syndrome. People are coming from all different industries, and it's easy to see or say, oh, someone was a consultant, or someone was in finance, or someone was working for this big firm, so they must be more adequately prepared for an MBA than I am. A coworker or one of the members in the cohort said, I'm feeling imposter syndrome because I was an executive assistant and I don't feel like my experience was necessarily the same caliber or weight as some of the other individuals in here. Or to even say I'm pivoting to a different industry, how can I say that I'm prepared and ready for that industry when I haven't been necessarily working in it? So you often hear this promise of, when you get an MBA, you can come out of it and go into something new. But it's hard to believe that when you're in the thick of knowing that you don't have work experience in there. After an undergrad, you have to work a couple years, and so it's kind of like being back in an undergrad situation. I have 0 years experience in XYZ industry. So it was we covered the topic of transferable skills. There are some things that you aren't going to be able to say that you've done, but things that you have done that you can say are transferable, even if it wasn't the same industry or the same job title, can be used as a means by which to say, I am ready and able to fulfill the role of something that I want to move into. So I thought I would shoot today's from the beautiful campus here, and it's a little sunny, so the lighting might get a little washed out, but it's fun to be back on a campus again. It's fun to be interacting with individuals totally in separated 6 feet and with masks and taking all the precautions we can in COVID, but still getting that immersive experience of being in a classroom, and rather than just online and hoping that you're setting time aside to do it. You pretty much have to be when you're there and responsible and can be called on. So it's been good thus far. If you find this video helpful, I've been making videos in the past you might want to check out, and I'll continue making videos on my path to an MBA. Like, subscribe, follow, and everything else to see how that goes, and ask me any questions you might have about an MBA in the comments below, or any advice you might be able to give me is always appreciated. Thanks.